Hello, everybody. Hello. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope you're all having a good day today and you had a nice weekend thus far. So, this week I wanted to touch base a little bit with you and just kind of let you know what's going on, where we're at, how's it going, all that good stuff. Okay. So, this week, we're going to be touching on, I believe, chapter two for this week. And make sure that you take the time to read the chapter, that you take the quiz, the weekly quiz. Make sure that you participate in the weekly discussion. All of those things are important. The weekly discussion has points associated with it as participation points, as we've discussed in previous videos, where you can see where all your participation throughout the year in the video discussion, you'll see those points at the end of the semester under participation. So it's really important that you participate in and you put in your ideas and your comments and you answer the questions in the video discussions, because those points will be added and you'll be able to see them at the end of the semester. Um, a couple of things for me to do this week is I will be looking at your uh, video discussion from last week and starting to look at all the responses that you give, starting to see um, uh, you know, how you answer, what you say, and all that good stuff. And if there's anything or anyone that needs to be addressed, I will go ahead and be emailing people just to make sure that everyone's putting in their best effort into the class and into the video discussion and to the commenting on at least two of your peers. You can respond to more, but at least two peers is who you have to respond to in the video discussion. Um, and then what you'll see from me, if I like it, if everything's good, I'll give you a thumbs up. I'll click the like button, and that lets you know that I saw it. If it's something where I think you need to work on, I'll be emailing you directly, and you'll know that okay, I need to work on this a little bit. And as far as this week is concerned, like I said, it's chapter two, and you'll be making sure that you video discussion, um, chapter quiz, and make sure you look at the narrated slides, because I take the time to lecture on the chapter for you so that you can make sure that you understand it and you get a little bit of that feel as an instructor, and you feel like you're someone's sharing you and teaching you in the class rather than feeling like you're alone and you kind of have to figure things out on yourself. So hopefully the recorded lecture will work for you. Um, I also wanted to touch base on the personal relationship assignment. I'm going to be putting the assignment up. Please make sure you pay attention to the due date. Please make sure you pay attention to the assignment details, how many pages. You want to use uh, Times New Roman font, 12 point, 1 inch margins. Make sure you're aware of what's required, how to submit it. All the instructions are there. Not to mention the video portion. One of the things that comes across sometimes is like, oh, I just have to write a paper. Yes, you do. And you do. You have to write two papers in this class. The first paper will be the observation paper, where you observe two people in a relationship. And the second paper will be the participant relationship paper, in which you are a participant in that relationship. But this first paper is the observation paper. And that's really just where you observe two other people and you see what they're doing and you see what their relationship is like. Now, that relationship that you're observing could be romantic, could be professional, could be familial. In other words, family members, or it could be social, two friends. So it's really important that you are intimately aware. Might be good in the sense that you're very close. You might be close to your family members. You could see what's going on. Definitely pick someone who's older than 16. I don't want you to pick someone who is really young. So I don't want you to give me a relationship between maybe a father and their son when their son is like 5. And the reason being is that a 5-year-old hasn't really fully developed their communication skills, and therefore this paper really doesn't fit that scenario. I'm looking relationships between an adult daughter and an adult mother, obviously, between two people in a romantic relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, partners, um, people who are married. Um, I also looking for relationships that a boss and their subordinate, or two friends. And these are people that you kind of know their history. You see, and you have seen how their relationship has evolved, either for good to bad or bad to good, or good to great, you know what I mean? Or bad to worse. And it's really just an opportunity for you to see that and share it. And keep in mind, okay, and it's very important that you understand this, that as I'm looking at this relationship paper, I don't want you to spend the whole paper telling me what happened, okay? That's not an analysis. That really doesn't tell me anything other than just what happened. I want you to tell me why things happen. Why do you think this is happening? Why do you think they act the way they do? Why do you think they communicate the way they do? Communicate being the key word here because this is a communication course. So you have to focus on the communication part. Yes, actions speak louder than words sometimes, and that's fine. So what do those actions communicate? Okay, communication is a key component of this paper, of any relationship. So that's what I want you to focus on. Oh, they did this, and then she did this, and then they did that, and then he did this, and then he did that. Like, at that point, you're just kind of telling me what's happening. That's, you're documenting actions, but you're not analyzing and explaining why things are happening. Okay. The other thing that I want you to do is I want you to use at least 5 terms from the book that you've learned about so far in order to explain to me why things are happening. Okay. So if you are saying this person isn't listening, well, what's that called? What kind of listening is that? There's a term for that, right? To help explain that and why people don't listen, right? Use that term. Don't just like, oh, person doesn't listen. Okay, but that doesn't tell me that you're reading the chapters and you're incorporating the ideas from the chapters into, what you're learning into real life situations. And that's what this class is all about. It's really an understanding of like, oh, this is why this happens. Oh, that's why she talks to me like that. And so it really is important that you take the time that start thinking about a relationship now that you can observe. And as you start reading, you can actually start thinking about, oh, this term, is perfect for that relationship because it explains what they're doing or it explains why they're doing it, right? So start thinking about that. Start thinking about some of the ideas that come to mind as you start reading the chapters and how they correlate to maybe a relationship that you're going to observe and share about. Also, remember that aside from the written paper component, there's also a presentation component to this, which means you got to present the idea to me. And what's going to happen is you are going to record yourself using your cell phone or your computer, and you're going to give me what I believe is a 2 to 3 minute presentation. Look at the assignment details; it'll tell you the time, but I think it's 2 to 3 minutes. If it's not, refer to the details and the assignment. The assignment details are the standard here. Um, and you are going to record yourself, and all you're going to do in that recording is just share with me what it is that you wrote. That's it. You're going to encapsulate the information and in your own words tell me, talk to me and tell me what you wrote, what it is, what did you share, why, who did you choose, why did you choose them, what are some of the terms that you used. Really just kind of talk to me. Now, I will tell you this. This is not a speech, so it doesn't have to be like, intro, body, conclusion, have to have all these parts. No, this is a presentation, which means that you're just presenting the information to me. Think of it as just if you were talking to a friend and you're saying, guess what happened today? I did this or I wrote this, and you're literally just talking to me. Okay, I want to know who you wrote about, why you wrote about them, what are the terms that you used, how do they explain what's going on, and really just give me a summary of what you wrote. I will tell you, okay, this is important because this is worth this presentation portion is worth 20 points for your grade. What I don't want you to do is to read your paper to me. I can read. I don't need you to read it for me. So when you read your paper to me, that's not a presentation. So don't do that. Okay, now if you want to have some notes and stuff like that, something on some cards just to kind of help you along the process, yeah, sure, go ahead. I have no issue with that whatsoever. But if you're going to read to me, in other words, if I hear you speak and I put your paper in front of me and I'm noticing like, hey, you're literally reading word for word what you're saying, that's not a presentation. That's reading out loud. And I don't need you to read out loud because I can read it myself. So it's really important that you focus on sharing the information in a very positive, in a very, well, if the for me as positive on your end. If the relationship's not positive, then it's not. But positively share the information as best you can in a very low key personal format. I'm the only one that's going to watch the video, so you don't have to worry about thinking that you're going to speaking to tons of people. It's just me, and there are specific instructions as to how you're going to upload the video. So what's going to happen is you're going to write your paper, okay, and then what you're going to do is you're going to record yourself using your electronic device, be it your phone, your laptop, whatever you want to use. You're going to upload that video to YouTube. Let me be clear. You're going to record yourself and you're going to upload the video to YouTube. Okay? You're going to upload it and then you're going to save it as unlisted. Okay? Then after you save it as unlisted, you're going to click on the share button and it's going to give you options, and you're just going to copy paste the link to share, and you're going to put that link either at the top or at the end of your paper, and then you're going to just submit your paper. Okay, you can submit the paper as a PDF or a Word document, whichever you prefer. Do not, and I repeat, besides not reading to me, do not submit a link to Google Docs, Google Pages, any other cloud service for your paper. Canvas does a lot of great things, but one of the things it does not do is allow itself to link up using the Google Pages or Google Docs effectively. Sometimes it might happen, sometimes it might not. But if it doesn't work and I can't read it, I can't grade it. Get a 0 on the assignment. And it's not because I don't want to give you a grade, it's because I can't see it. And if I can't see it, what grade could I possibly give you? Right? So it's important that you understand the process and the instructions for submitting the assignment. They're very clear on the assignment page, so make sure you take a look at it so you can do so moving forward. I'm going to try to submit the assignment up as early as possible so that you have as much time as possible to work on it. But keep in mind on what it is that I'm asking for. And as we get closer, I'll be shooting other videos to kind of remind you of it coming up, and also some of the things that I'm looking for. But I just wanted to make sure I give you as much notice as possible so you can start thinking about some of the things that you need. All right. What else? I think that's pretty much it. There's not much going on, so I'm hoping that you enjoy the readings, you enjoy the video discussions. I always get a lot of emails from students saying that the video discussions actually are very cool and that they enjoy it because they're able to see and read the thoughts of their peers and what they're looking for. And normally the discussion in my classes are really the most fun. So this is really kind of the opportunity for you to have somewhat of a discussion in class, even though it's virtual, and so people can do that. The other thing is that don't wait till the last minute. Don't wait till Sunday. Don't wait, Sunday night, 11:30 at night to get your work done. Especially if you're looking to comment on two of your peers. If you want to do it early and then come back later to see what other people wrote, that's fine. But when you're waiting till the last minute, you're not doing quality work. It's just you could tell when it's rushed. And so keep that in mind. I think that's it. I can't think of anything else. One of the things. No, that's for later. I'll do that later. No, I think that's it. Again, if you ever have any questions or concerns, feel free to reach out to me. I'm right here. You can send me a quick email. We can have a Zoom meeting. I have no issue doing that. But as a reminder, though, if you're shooting me an email asking a question that I know the answer is found on the syllabus, and it just seems like you haven't looked at the syllabus, I will refer you back to the syllabus and I'll ask you a question. Hey, great question. We actually showed that on the syllabus. Did you have a chance to review it? And it's not really necessarily me saying that, hey, I don't want to answer your question, but it's me saying, hey, there's a lot of important information on the syllabus. And if you missed that, you probably missed a whole bunch of other stuff. So I want to make sure that there's a lot of info that you read the information on the syllabus and that you view the videos, because there's a lot of information that's important for your success in this class. And if it feels like you're not getting that information, I will refer you to that before I answer a lot of the questions that I think should be known. Now, with that said, if you have read those emails and if you've seen the videos and you're still confused, say, yeah, Professor G, I actually did see them. I still had some questions. I'm still a little confused. And I'll say, okay, great. Give me a specific question and I'll answer that and I'll elaborate. Or I'll say, hey, let's meet for a Zoom meeting and we can kind of iron that out. Okay. But in either case, I want to make sure that you feel that I am here for you, that I'm willing to help you. But it also means that we both have to do the work, which means that I got to be there for you, but you also have to make sure you do the readings and the chapters and all that good stuff. Okay. Um, so I think that's it from my end. But before I leave, that joke of the week, right? So this is for you superhero buffs. If you're not a superhero buff, I hope you still get it. But um, you know, you asked the question. What's the difference between Iron Man and Aluminum Man? Um, Iron Man stops the bad guys. Aluminum Man just foils their plans. Get it? Aluminum Man foils their plan. I don't know if you liked it, but I thought that was hilarious. All right. If anybody has any questions, I'm right here for you. Please let me know, and we can go ahead and set up a meeting, or I'll answer to your emails. All right. Take care, everybody. Bye bye.